You're listening to Civic Media. You can tune into any of our live shows on any radio station across the state with the Civic Media app. Find us in your phone's app store and listen anytime, anywhere.
Coming to Northeast Wisconsin live from the Civic Media Studios, this is Mino and the Mayor.
Begin the day with a friendly voice, a companion unobtrusive.
And here are your hosts, John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Jim had to run out to teach his class at UWTC, but we are here. Are you? NWTC. Wow.
Maybe you should go attend a
It's
class.
a hype,
right? What in the world is going on here? Sean Kasbeck and Kelly Vandermuse, Independence Day Hotel. All things happening in the greater Marinette area. Welcome to the show. Great to see you here, Kelly.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, tell us about the great events you guys got going on.
Well, we just got done with the boat races, which we were talking about, and that was a great turnout. We are looking forward to our summertime. Summertime's a little busier. We get some tourists coming through the area, heading up north to check out the waterfalls in the greater UP.
That's a thing now.
Oh, yeah?
I mean, having grown up in the UP, okay, you knew where the waterfalls were, but now there's like, you go on the internet and there's like complete guide where you can go this one and this time, this far to the next one, this far to the next one. That's a huge thing, is the waterfall tours in the UP.
Yeah. Oh, and we have them, and a lot of people don't know, but Marinette County has the most waterfalls of any other county in the state of Wisconsin.
We got a beautiful whole little thing right outside the high falls there where you come through town.
Yes, absolutely. And one thing that we are looking at doing is actually fall time we're going to do waterfall tours, and we have a shuttle bus where I can have a whole package and people can come and sign up for the package and take them around to the waterfalls, and we're going to do the same thing for the color tours.
That's awesome.
Yeah. He's really one of the outside of the box thinkers when it comes to the hotels. And so one of the things that he is looking at doing that I'm excited to work with him on is these different tours. And Kelly also is willing. He's now also put up a weekend stay. He's working with you guys in Civic Media for the Logging and Heritage Festival.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, absolutely. We will give away a free 2 nights room. I can leave it up to anyone's choice. If they want a jacuzzi suite, we can give them a nice jacuzzi suite. If they want,
I would like a jacuzzi suite.
Oh yeah, I
would like a jacuzzi suite.
You know what? They are very popular.
Yeah.
They are. Yeah. Oh, everyone loves the jacuzzi suite. Anytime someone asks for, hey, can I get an upgrade? And we usually give a lot of free upgrades.
Give your place a plug. Your hotel.
Oh, well, yes, I'm the general manager of Independence Day Hotel and Suites. I actually have 2 hotels. I have an Independence Day Suites Hotel, which used to be a Country Inn Suites, and we rebranded it. And then we have our own branded hotel, which is Independence Day Long-Term and Suites, which has basically 29 efficient apartments, full fridges, full kitchens. You can camp out there. All you have to do is bring food. We have all the pots, pans, dishes, silverware. The big hotel has all your variety. We just upgraded our breakfast room. We have a nice buffet style, kind of continental breakfast kind of mixture. Always 3 hot dishes each day, pancakes, waffles, cereal, you name it. I'd take all hour to tell you everything we got.
That sounds fantastic.
Oh, and Eddie, what's really cool is they have a pool, but it's a saltwater pool.
No kidding.
Yeah, which I
could even float in that, I think.
Yeah, I was like, that is awesome.
And so when a lot of people come in, they'll be like, oh, the chlorine's so bad in the pool. I said, the pool is saltwater, but the hot tub is chlorine. And I just had both them replastered, retiled. We have another hotel in our area that's part of our family, which is Holiday Inn Express. It's a year old. It's a executive hotel. It's very nice, well put together, well managed hotel. And then we have my 2 hotels. I work for Moyle Hospitality is who owns our hotels, and most of them are up in the UP. So if anyone's traveling UP, take a look at one of our hotels up there.
Well, and then I just want to jump in because Jim went out to Maine or Vermont one time to see the colors.
Sure. Yep.
And then he came back and he was like in the UP one time or whatever. It's like, this is better. People don't realize you don't have to go out east to see the fall colors. Northern Wisconsin, the Marinette area, and into the UP is spectacular.
I one time took a drive that I swear, was the most beautiful. My parents live in Tennessee in the Smoky Mountains, you know, and that by far, like you said, I was just like, oh my, the canopy was like this, you know,
in the UP.
It was an arc, and you just drove through it. It was actually northeastern Wisconsin in the Northwoods.
Yeah. I mean, people don't have to travel. They just got to get on these back roads.
Exactly.
Get off the highway.
Yep.
We have a lot of people, especially when it comes September, October, and the colors are starting to change, and they're coming up just from Milwaukee, Chicago, Minneapolis, just to come stay at our hotel to go on tours. And we have guides that will show where the colors are, where they can go. Marinette City has done a wonderful job with putting together kind of a route for you to take.
Sure.
And the waterfalls are in our regional guide. So that will tell you exactly where, like you mentioned before, where it tells you exactly how many miles to each waterfall. And it really does. You open up the book, there it is. And a lot of people come to see that because a lot of people don't get the opportunity in their life to see this many waterfalls.
Right.
But, you know, with our 3 hotels, we have something for everyone. If it's just someone coming up for work, someone coming for leisure. I have a lot of workers that will bring their wives with them. And the wives are like, what can I do during the day, Kelly? Well, here, let's look at the regional guide. You want to go look at some waterfalls? And we tell them, hey, this is where you can go waterfalls. Hey, if you want to see some hydro plants or something. Hey, if you want some hiking trails. Marinette City has so much to offer that people don't know that we have. Besides just building ships, we're more than about just building ships.
I agree. What are some of the workers that come up here from other places, or even the Navy guys that stay
Navy.
up in here? What do they say about the area?
They love the area.
Yeah.
I think they love the pace because it's not, you know what I mean? When you're talking like to the naval people or people who work in the shipyard, you're talking high tech. They have all the technology stuff that you would see in a major city, but yet you got this laid back kind of attitude that doesn't feel intense. That kind of gives you that
it's cool vibe.
I can breathe. I'm not getting plastered by traffic.
But you guys do such a great job at promoting your area. I mean, you really do. I mean, Oshkosh does a phenomenal job too. Appleton does a great job. Green Bay is Green Bay. I don't know if they have to promote with them, you know, whatever. But I just think these outlying areas like that, people need to get out of Dodge and come to those smaller areas for really unique type of things that they will enjoy.
John, you know, we were talking about this off air about how cool it is that like in Marinette County, there's Al Capone's hideout on Miscano Island, which is now a hotel in itself. But you can visit that hideout. You can do all these different things, and they're just unique. Very. And
you're talking about the UP, where your places are up in the UP, and talk about that a little bit. But the Marinette area is a great launching pad to be at, and then go up into the UP.
Oh, absolutely. We get a lot of people that will. You know, they'll take and they'll drive from Chicago, and you're looking 4 or 5 hour drive.
Right.
They need to spend the night before they go for another 3 or 4 more hours. And they'll stop and they'll spend one day by me, spend one night at one of our hotels, and then they'll travel up into the UP because, you know, Houghton, which is a beautiful area, Calumet's a beautiful area. You know, the whole UP is
Copper
gorgeous. Copper Harbor. Yes, just gorgeous. I was up there for the first time a couple falls ago, and I was just amazed at the beauty it was. And it was during the color change, so it was really, really cool.
I think the most beautiful drive I've ever been on in my entire life, and I've been around the country, okay? You go from Munising up on Lake Superior over to Grand Marais and towards Sault Ste. Marie, and you drive around that area. It's called Paradise, Michigan, and the water is aqua green. It's so beautiful, and you're up above there, and they got those where the log roll used to be. They used to drop the old loggers.
Really?
They'd be sending the big white pine down to Chicago, and they would just slide it right down this unbelievably steep sand beach type thing, and they would go so fast that they would catch on fire at times, and they just put them in the water. They'd round them all up, put them on barges, and take them down to Chicago and to Green Bay and everything like that. But they've got signs posted. And I did it one time. That it looks so easy to run down to this beautiful, pristine Lake Superior. It's just gorgeous. But the walk up is so strenuous that they tell people, if we have to bring out, I don't know if it's the Coast Guard or park rangers, it's like a $5,000 fine or something. It's like, you can do it, but if you have to call us to get you out,
You're gonna
pay like you can't believe. But you got to make that drive sometime along Lake Superior. It's really something.
Oh, it's a gorgeous, especially if you go up by Porcupine Mountains, up by Silver City there.
Lake of the Clouds.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It is just gorgeous up there. And that's where kind of Marinette City, we offer a lot of hiking trails. We offer a lot of unique fishing, water stuff, pretty much a lot of outdoorsy stuff to get people into that fresh air that,
and get out of the city.
Smog.
Yeah.
Got a text here from Brian. Which hotels and where in the UP?
We have hotels. We have 2 in Iron Mountain. We have 1 in Iron River. Those are American Inns. And then we have a Days Inn in Iron Mountain. We have a hotel in Silver City, which is 2 blocks from the Porcupine Mountains. We have a hotel in Houghton, which is another Independence Day 29-room hotel.
You're in some great areas.
Yes, we have a Hotel American Inn in Calumet. We have a brand new hotel in Marquette, which is Best Western Plus. And then we have Sault Ste. Marie.
Is that by the water?
Oh, yes.
Was that just open a couple of years ago?
No, that was just actually opened up this past winter.
Oh,
and
okay.
The 4th floor actually oversees Lake Superior.
Marquette, unfortunately, in some ways, it's being discovered by the rest of the world.
Yeah.
It is getting overtaken. That was an undiscovered gem for a lot of years.
Yep.
And our owner has been great. He's been putting up new hotels. We have 4 different brands that we go with, and I'll tell you what, it's been a wonderful experience. I've been in some major corporations that I've worked for in my past life, but work for Moyle Hospitality and what they've offered to me and what they've done for myself and for my staff and for us to create this beautiful hotel, which Independence Day in Marinette. And it has just been, we put new carpet in. My whole staff repainted the whole hotel. We have great ratings. Look us up on Expedia. Look us up on Booking. Please come check us out. Look at our Google reviews. Our website is independencestay.com. Check out us. We have all 3 hotels on there, and give us a call if you'd like. Our phone number is 715-732-3400. If you'd like to ask for Kelly or anybody at my front desk, I'll be happy to take care of you.
By the way, if anybody stays up at Iron Mountain, there's a couple of little cool places up there. You got to check out the National Glider Museum. That's where gliders were built during World War II.
Really?
And they were very instrumental in the D-Day invasion.
Really?
Yeah, and they were built
That's
there.
cool.
Yeah, and they were built there because Henry Ford was building some of his cars up there. That's why the Kingsford, their nickname, the team is the Flivvers.
Yeah.
Because that's what they call those old Model A's or Model T's. I forget which one it was. Because they had so much, and the reason Henry Ford built up there, because there was so much access to the hardwood. The real hardwood up there, which is what they needed, so they didn't have to transport it anywhere. It was basically
cheaper.
Right around there. And then they built those World War II gliders, and there's a museum in Iron Mountain for the World War II gliders. It's really cool.
I did not even know that. I know they're known for bats.
Yeah,
they have a lot of bats up there.
Yeah. All right, Todd, you give me a motion. Oh, quick. Oh, 1 minute break. We got to talk more when we come back about about what a great launching pad the Marinette area is for all the different places people come up from the Milwaukees or even the Green Bays or whatever.
You bet.
All right, we got to set a quick break. We got Sean and we got Kelly back after this.
You're listening to Civic Media. Stay up to date on the latest news and information for your local community and Wisconsin by signing up for our free email newsletter. Visit civicmedia.us/email to get started.
Hey, welcome back. Mine on the Mayor. The Mayor to step out to go teach his class at NWTC. Sean Katzbeck, Kelly Vandermuse, Independence Day Hotel, and the guys that pretty much run the entire city of Marinette and all points beyond.
No, don't put that on me, bro.
But once again, we were talking about this because you guys do such a great job of promoting everything you have. And some of those, like I was telling you about Iron Mountain, they've got the Glider Museum. And, I think the UP needs to do a better job of promoting itself. And some of these cool little things that they got, like I said, the waterfall thing has become really popular. But some of these other things they have in those areas, I think they need people like both of you to really, bang the drum.
Well, thanks.
Thank you.
I would tell you that, in Marinette, we've got this logging and heritage a museum that is just filled with artifacts and is just so cool. And there's a ton of those little kind of, neat outposts that you could spend a whole day kind of just
go from one to the other. Yeah, and make day trips even from there.
And I'll tell you what's interesting is that the numbers are showing, at least on our website, showing that history is one of the things people want to see the most of.
Right.
That it's that history is one of those types of things that people are.
Todd next week is going on vacation. And he's not going to a beach someplace. He's going to Gettysburg.
Yeah.
The battlefield at Gettysburg. Right, Todd?
Absolutely.
So, those are things. Wouldn't you agree, though, those kind of trips these days, vacations, are getting more and more popular with historical type of basis?
I think also, like, when we were talking about Marinette and stuff like that, my sister went up to the UP last summer because of you always talking about it. And I think people want to know a little bit more about the communities they live in, the state they live in, the areas that, they want to know.
I agree.
Yeah.
You know what's getting really popular up there is they're called Yooper rocks. Have you heard about those?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she got some.
Did she get some?
Yeah, she did.
I got
Explain
a
those,
couple.
Kelly, what they are.
Okay, they're a rock that actually comes from the Canadian side and somehow works its way across Lake Superior to our shoreline, and you can only find them on Lake Superior shoreline. And it's a rock, and it's got some kind of element in it that if you hold a black light to it, it shines. It glitters.
It lights up. The whole thing glows.
Yes, and I've actually seen on some of our general manager trips to Silver City, which is right by the Porcupine Mountains, right on
Lake Superior
coast, and I've seen some people out there for hours just with a flashlight looking for these rocks because Agate or whatever.
Agates.
Agate.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's big up there. You see stores all over selling that stuff, but
you see stores all over selling the hippie lettuce.
Those
too, guys. I have a feeling you guys are looking at these things with the hippie lettuce in mind.
It's not lettuce. It's gummies.
The hippie gummies.
Hippie gummies.
All I know is
they're seeing rocks in their own colors.
Yeah, they don't need the black light to see the glow.
No, they can just play.
they're psychedelic colors.
Absolutely. But those things are it's like one of the only places in the world you can find these, right?
Exactly. In fact, it's kind of funny because my son goes to Stevens Point and he has a geology class coming up and he knows the professor because he had him for something else. And the professor's like, hey, ask your dad for one of those stones, they
call them Yooper rocks up there. Yooper lights.
Yooper lights. And so I plan on setting them down. I said, don't lose it. I said, they're hard to find.
Yeah, but people comb those beaches at night like crazy.
Are they combing the beaches or are they actually spraying the rocks?
I don't know what they do.
They're out there with highlighters.
But they go, people from lower Michigan go up there specifically to find those things. It's crazy. And some of them are huge. Some of them are like boulder size.
Huh.
They get big. The ones I got a couple that are about an inch in diameter. They're not big ones, but I've seen people pull out ones that are the size of a baseball.
Right.
And they just, for some strange reason, that's the only place in the world that you can find them. And people, like I said, you watch at night and you just see these people combing, it almost looks like D-Day, though.
I know. Another thing, we were talking about this, Todd and I were talking about this with somebody the other day, art-wise. And we've got a local artist, Naomi, who's just unbelievable. She can create piece of art out of anything. And that's another thing that's big up in the UP. People are beachcombing and making art out of just the things that they find up that are washed up on shore.
Sure.
And they scourge the same things. They'll be out there at sunrise trying to find what was washed in from Lake Superior and creating things with it. It's really cool stuff.
Also, another thing up there I saw when I was up there a couple times is gentlemen getting driftwood.
Yes.
That's what I mean. They'll use it for taxidermy.
Yep.
They'll get a fish because this driftwood
To mount it on.
has been sitting in there for hundreds of years.
Yep.
And they pull out this driftwood and just take it with them.
Yep. That's huge.
But like you were saying, I think one of the things that's really cool is that the city of Marinette is that kind of that gateway.
Exactly.
To where you can launch out. And I've often said this, you can stay here and go there and come back. And that's the nice thing, is because when you do start going out to these outer regions, it's
a drive.
It's a drive, but it's a little bit of a suspect as far as, okay, do we want to have a restaurant that Bob and Kitty's Roadside Dine, or do we want to maybe come back and go to a restaurant that we feel
I will say this. If you're in the UP and you stop at a little Bob and Betsy's thing, you'll have the best service. You'll have a 78-year-old woman cooking your hamburger. She'll call you hun. She'll whatever. She won't make you an old-fashioned because they don't serve old-fashions as far as they know in the UP. I don't even think they know what they are. Yeah.
No.
Interesting.
No.
Yeah. I did not know that.
Yeah.
But so, that's...
Hey, when I took my basketball team to Nagani one time, the waitress didn't know what a Bloody Mary was. Honest to God. Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
But those little roadside places up there are
great.
great.
That's a John Tapper story.
Yes, exactly. Well, guys, it's always great having you guys down
Thanks
here. Congratulations. We're just impressed with the enthusiasm you have and the passion you have for your communities.
Thank you.
I think that's the bottom line.
Thanks,
You got to have that passion.
You do, but we've got some great events coming up. Check out our website. Also, Kelly, as well as the Holiday Inn Express, 2 top-notch, top-level hotels that you can really expect some great stuff.
And a quick thing, one time when I had to go up to Marquette, I had to spend the night in Marinette first. Okay, at that Best West, our friend was just going to. And then when I drove, it's like, wow, was that an easy drive?
Yeah.
Compared to that one night made such a difference.
It does, because you're breaking it up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Great having you guys in. Safe travels back.
Thanks a lot,
thank you very much.
Mine on the Mayor, back after this.
Got something to say? Text Mino and the Mayor directly through the Civic Media app. Download the app, choose your station, WISS or WGBW, then hit the talk button in the lower right-hand corner and text the studio directly. Now, back to Mino and the Mayor. Here's John Mino and Jim Schmidt.
Hey, thank you very much. Welcome back, Mino and the Mayor here. The Mayor out of NWTC right now doing a little teaching. You're listening to Mino and Todd right now.
Hey.
Boy, those two guys, Sean and Kelly, were just so much fun coming down from Marinette. Spike Pedersen, the author we had on, Lauren Kniesbeck, and Lutia Vandervelder from New Leaf Foods, having a great time. And now we're being joined by Jason Mansmith. That's just the most perfect name for the Thrasher Opera House. Mansmith, Thrasher Opera House, Green Lake.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Hello, Jason.
Hey, how you doing, sir? Good to see you as well.
Good to see you. What is going on, my friend?
Oh, we got a busy stuff going on here in Green Lake, Wisconsin, right? It's a lot of people back in town for the summer and a lot of things going on around the community. We continue to stay busy here at the Thrasher Opera House. We like to get outside every once in a while and do an outdoor show. So we've got one of those coming up in a few weeks. Some performer, Pat McCurdy, you might have heard of him around Wisconsin. He's going to be performing on the shores of Green Lake here in just a couple of weeks. And what a better opportunity to be out and about, with friends and have a few beverages or two, listen to some great music on the shores of Green Lake. It's going to be a wonderful night. Always is, but don't fret if it rains. We got a place to put them too, so we can always come back to the Opera House.
Where on the lake is it, Jason? Where is it set up?
So it's on Lake Street, which is very unassuming when you're in the lake community, right?
Right.
But it is right next to Murphy's is a great little on the water kind of place to have some dinner and things like that, and it's just directly to the south of that.
Jason, you guys have, we're talking with our fellows here from Marinette and everything. There are certain little places that maybe not the whole world knows about in the state of Wisconsin that are absolute gems. And your area right there is one of those gems. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, I definitely agree. And, it's, when people ask where you go on vacation in Wisconsin in the summer, we stay here because we love it here. right? And then we just try to find those spots, and Green Lake always bubbles to the top, and not only Green Lake, but the area as well. And that's, Princeton and Berlin and Ripon and Marquezine and down into Amish country and Kingston and Dalton and those areas too. So the nice thing is it's all 20 minutes apart pretty much, right? And for some cities, you can't get from one side of the town to the other side of the town in 20 minutes. So it's really nice to have that also local, and it's also friendly here too, right? So that's a really big important part.
Now, if people want to come to some of your shows, they need to be kind of proactive and buy some tickets early, right? I mean, don't you sell out almost every single thing you guys do?
Well, we certainly hope to. It may not be every single thing, but we get real close on a lot of them. So we highly encourage you to check out our website, thrasheroperahouse.com. Become a member of our eBlast group as well, because you'll get some pre-sale ticket opportunities there too before they go on sale to the public. And we've announced a bunch of shows recently, a lot of great performers coming up. We're looking forward to it. Tom Rush, a great performer coming in. He, kind of ran in the same run as some people you may have heard of, Jackson Brown, James Taylor.
Yeah.
May have heard of them.
Yeah, may have heard of them. So that's coming up in July on the 19th. The week before that, such a fun story. Daniel Van Kirk, a great comedian, but he's got ties to the area here. Like his family's from Montello, which is just to the west of us a little bit more. But he did a show for us last year and came back, and he's going to come back again this year. So it's going to be a lot of fun for that. That's coming up in July as well. And then tribute shows are hot right now. Like everybody seems to be doing one, and we do have some in here, and we've got a great one come up in August, and we're excited because it's called Morning Train, and it's a tribute to John Prine, which is going to be a great thing for the Opera House, and it's the music and the stories and everything that goes along behind it. So I highly encourage you to check out our website, thrasheroperahouse.com.
Is that if I could just jump real quick, Jason, has that just been put together since his passing? Was it a couple of years ago now?
Absolutely. And this particular version of it features a lot of bands, a lot of members from other bands in Wisconsin, right? Okay. Some Horseshoes and Hand Grenades and a bunch of other bands too that they kind of put together this Prime tribute. So yeah, it's a really neat thing to see, and we're excited to be bringing to it. A little bit later in the way, we talked about Dwayne Betts, I think, before. He's coming on in, so that's going to be a good show. Crystal Bowersox, you may remember her. She was on American Idol for a while, and a couple of great blues players a little bit later this year, too. So much stuff going on here as well.
What do you guys sense as far, you were talking a little bit about the tribute bands, and things are, what's the word? Cyclical at times in the business and the entertainment business and everything. What have you seen? What kind of maybe has cooled, and what's getting hot?
As I said, tributes are always hot. We get offers for those all the time, right? And it's everything from things that happened 40 years ago, performers back then, to people that they've only been around for a decade, but they already got a tribute band coming to them.
We're gonna put together a Mino and the Mayor tribute show.
Yes,
and it's gonna be the puppets from the Muppets.
Yes,
and that's it.
Two guys up in the balcony.
Yep.
What instrument you playing?
All we do is biatch. That's all we talk about our physical problems.
Yeah. No, a lot of other things that we're seeing too is there's a lot of jam band shows, right? The jam bands seem to be hot right now, and those coming in, and you just never know what kind of mix of music you're gonna get with that. Could be Americana, could be bluegrass, could be country, could be pop, could be rock, and it's all put into that mix. So jam bands are really big right now too. So we'll see some of those things coming up a little bit later. So it's always the great thing about us is we try to bring as much diversity into the area when it comes to the music that we have and the people that we have, just so people get that sense. So arts in the rural community is a real big deal, right? It's super important to make sure that everybody has that experience, and we try our best to make sure we do that.
Who's on your wish list?
Who's on the wish list?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. The wish list has to have a lot more extra zeros on it.
That's the first wish.
Okay. Yeah, but we're always. The great thing about this is, we do a really good job of doing our work and making sure we research everybody and finding out where they're playing, the recommendations, and how they are. We want to work with people that are great to work with too, but people love coming here. We've got this reputation of treating our artists very, very well, and people recognize that, and it rolls right down to the guests that come here to watch a show too.
Well, tell a little bit about your actual facility. I mean, that's a story in itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So historic building built back in 1910, right? It did a lot of things. Charlie Thrasher started the facility and hosted movies and films and other silent films and things like that, and a gathering place for a significant amount of time. And then it became a couple other things, a sewing factory, a storage facility. Then it kind of went into disarray a little bit. Then it just kind of, wasn't there. A local group was able to purchase and restore it and open it back up in 27 years ago, right? So, and we've been doing shows ever since. The first year they did 3 shows. Last year we did 89 events here.
Wow.
So
89
right?
separate events.
Yeah, correct. So
that's incredible.
Yeah, so the Opera House holds 200 seated, 325 if you stand them up nice and close to each other. But it's really a neat experience. The acoustics are unbelievable here, and people pay a lot of money to get the kind of sound that you get in this place without having any microphones or things like that.
You know, it's funny that I don't know who the engineering people were when they built these kind of things. Because like when I was at the Widener one time and had to do a speaking thing, it's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how great this sounds. But then when we were in Oshkosh, we're at the Grand, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And then your place built in 1910, you're saying acoustically it's the same thing. Isn't it amazing how back then that was such a serious aspect? It wasn't like let's just build a building. They were craftsmen and artisans in how to make that place come alive. Wouldn't you agree? The homage you have to have for those people from 120 years ago or whatever is really something special. I have a lot of appreciation for those people.
Yeah, one of the best sounding rooms I think I've ever been in, and I've been in a lot of rooms to check it out. And we've had a couple of artists who come in and say, there are organizations now that spend millions of dollars to try to dial in sound with this that, was put together back in 1910, and they didn't have any of those tools available. So it's really just a special place. And, it's the reason why we're on a National Historic Site.
Hey, tell me a little bit more about the Pat McCurdy Show.
Yeah, Pat McCurdy Show coming up on Thursday night, June 26th, 7 o'clock on the lake on the shores of Green Lake. You can get your tickets at ThrasherOperaHouse.com, just $25. Bring your own chair, but there's going to be some beverages available for you too. So why don't you come on out, make a great night of it. You'll watch the sunset and listen to some great music. Pat's a wonderful performer, it's incredibly hilarious. We love having him and talking with him, so it's always a good thing. But we encourage you to come on out and check out that show or any other shows that you may want to see.
It's one of those things, too, where we talk about Elkhart Lake and all those different things, but in Green Lake itself, where I used to do fishing stories all the time and racing stories, that I just love driving through that area. I just think the terrain in that part of Wisconsin is the coolest terrain. Was it from the glaciers or whatever it was? But there's something about that area that's just unique. And just driving through the countryside down there, I just think is really enjoyable.
Yeah, very much so. I took a road trip a couple of weeks ago and drove to Ohio, and Indiana is boring.
Oh, terrible. Horrible.
Yeah, right. And I come back home and I'm like, oh man, okay. There's some hills here. There's some action going on here.
Yeah. Well, one more time, give us your highlights for the summer coming up here, because some of these things I think people probably have to get tickets right away.
Yeah, Tom Rush coming up on July 19th, Morning Train, that tribute to John Prine coming up in August. All the details and information available for you, ThrasherOperaHouse.com. Book them up. They go quick sometimes.
Outstanding. You do a great job pubbing your place, Jason.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it.
You got it. Thanks for coming on. Thrasher Opera House, Green Lake, Pat McCurdy Show coming up. Check it out, because, man, I've heard people say, I wanted to go to that, and it was sold out.
Pat McCurdy. I
Yes.
mean, think about this.
Yeah.
We've been in radio in this area for how long, right?
Forever.
How often have you heard Pat McCurdy's playing here? Pat McCurdy's playing there. It's like you got to do it if you're from Wisconsin.
Absolutely. No question about it. Now, did you do what's it called?
An investigation?
Yes.
Yeah. I knew you were going to bring it up.
I know. I didn't want to bring it up with him because I didn't want to scare people away, but go ahead.
No, I mean, he was part of the investigation.
Oh, he was? Okay.
Oh, yeah. And we had a great time, and we investigated the Thrasher Opera House, picked up a couple of things. One of them was a piano that sits off to the right-hand side of the stage, and we got a little activity over there.
Really?
Yeah.
So are you bringing your equipment with you to Gettysburg?
Absolutely.
Are you allowed to bring it out into the fields and stuff?
I'm going to. Yeah. I mean, the equipment isn't huge. Like it's you could fit in your pocket, right?
Oh, okay.
So it's not like if you're out there with it, you're going to
More
get
of a
caught.
sensor type thing? Or
Yeah, sensors and recorders and stuff like that.
Wow.
I was just talking to Kelly from Marinette, right? And
Yeah.
he was telling me that one of the places would be great to go to is where the Peshtigo fire took place.
Oh, I can imagine.
Can you imagine that? I never even thought about that, but that's a great idea.
I want to metal detect when I forget what they did. They shut down the dam or something a few years ago. So the Peshtigo River was like dry, but they wouldn't let people because people had died in there.
Sure.
So it was like a grave type of setting.
Yep.
But can you imagine what that would have been like metal detecting on that riverbed from that? Yeah, the whole thing.
Amazing.
Wow. You didn't ever do the BAY building, did you?
I didn't.
Because, man, I had people tell me that worked overnights there. They would just hear weird things out of the blue.
I worked overnight there. It was not a place I wanted to be. Like, if you were in the studios, it was fine, right?
Yeah.
But the minute you had to go out to the bathroom and you're right next to the auditorium there.
Yeah.
Yeah. That auditorium was spooky. A lot of stuff went down in the auditorium that people don't talk about.
We had a step ladder one time. We climbed up to one of the upper buildings. They just pushed up the ceiling things. Yeah. And there was like an old scoreboard for a basketball.
Oh, really?
I would love to have that. Thing's got to be 100 years old.
Yeah.
It's just up there behind the thing. Those old buildings are fun. All right. Mine on the Mayor Show. Back after this.
I can't begin to knowing, but then I know it's growing strong. Wasn't the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along?
You're listening to Civic Media. Find the latest news, information, and archives of all your favorite shows on the Civic Media website, civicmedia.us.
Hey, welcome back. Mine on the Mayor here. Jim out today. I will be out tomorrow getting some testing done. So, Todd, what do you think I should have done in regards to that?
I think you should have specified man or woman. I really do.
What would you
How
do?
are you going to feel?
I don't know. Don't they put you out?
No, they're not going to put you out. They'll probably be talking to you.
Do they blindfold you or anything?
No. So if you don't know what's going on, John's got to have a full body scan for skin cancer. And that means he's got to get naked. And that means that someone or some people will be poking around, folding back areas of the body, looking very closely.
I just got 6 texts. You just put me off my breakfast. Wow. So do you turn over and do the whole thing?
They do everything.
Oh, my God.
I can't imagine the positions you're going to have to get in. You better limber up tonight. Do some stretching.
Where's the boys from dispensary? Dispensary, help me out for tomorrow.
Brandon and Jacob, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not a bad idea.
I agree. I might do
just
that.
to take the edge off.
Just to take the edge off. Yeah. Because it'd smell of Jack Daniels if we did that.
I literally was worried about you today. I'm driving in. I'm thinking, okay, so Mino's off tomorrow. Oh, he's got to have that body scan. And I'm thinking, the last time I had to do something like that, I had to have a spinal tap a couple of years ago.
I've had those. Those are terrible.
And same situation. You're laying there on your stomach.
Yeah.
Fully.
Yeah.
Right? That was so embarrassing.
Yeah. I know.
Don't move. Yeah, okay, right.
I know.
Yeah, you're shoving a needle in my back.
Well, I told you that one time when I was getting my, what's it called, colostomy? Is it colostomy?
You didn't have a colostomy, no.
What did I have?
Colonoscopy.
Yes.
Because a colostomy is where they attach a bag to you.
All right. And
Brian says, still time for your Mino and the Mayor tattoo to throw them off. And Tori says, bring your yoga mat.
Anybody else have any advice for me? Because I've never had one of these. Now I'm nervous. Now I'm concerned. Anybody ever have one of these? I need some advice. By the way, Jim commented on our thing about for our Jim's thing. The time it takes for a fruit-bearing tree to yield fruit depends on the type of tree, yada, yada. Stone peaches, cherries, plums, 3 to 6 years. Pears and apples, 4 to 7 years. Berries, 2 to 3. I mean, he's talking about his grandkids. They're going to be like teenagers by the time he has that going.
Yeah. Especially since he's waiting so long to get it done.
Yeah.
Like, if you're going to do it, you got to do it.
I know. So anyway. And then what else do we have? Oh, Michael Friedman says, I'd open a bar with you, John, but Jim and Todd also have to be involved. Todd, you yes. Jim, no.
Yeah, I would be your DJ.
You'd be my DJ.
Yep.
You'd be my DJ. Amanda, would you like to work at my bar? It's a little corner neighborhood bar.
At a bar?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could.
That's all I get. Okay, you know what? Okay, we'll keep your application on file. Wow. Michael said Paradise Lounge in Madison is amazing. You guys would love it.
Let's go.
Let's go. I'm all for road. Well, we're doing a road trip this week, right?
Yeah, well, we're going to Oshkosh on Thursday. And
which I
that'll be a
always
lot of fun.
enjoy.
Friday morning, I got to tell you, we're going to be grilling some pizza outside with Papa Murphy's Pizza for Father's Day. They're coming in to teach you how to grill pizza.
I did not know this.
Yeah.
Grilling pizza. I've never seen that or heard of that, to be honest with you.
So you're going to learn that.
Wow. You know what I should have? You know what I regret? I regret not keeping that Blackstone that the police department gave me last year for doing that banquet.
Yep.
Because I've talked to my brother and other people. They've got those this time of year. They are so cool.
Yeah. I've got one.
You've got one, huh?
I do.
You know what I'm going to have for breakfast?
What?
I'm going to have scrambled eggs and scallops.
Yeah, but you already had one of those.
Only a half. And half was on your floor.
Yeah, you had a quarter.
Those are good. Those things Sean brings in, those are really good, those turnovers.
We can't have him back on because every time he comes in, he brings those in.
But what do you think of that?
Scrambled eggs and scallops?
Yes.
I'm not a big seafood guy, but I could understand why you'd like that.
Okay. Because like I said, this is my whole new diet. I'm going to eat scallops. That's going to be my number one food. That's going to be my main food. And I'm 214 pounds, and we're going to give it a week, and we'll see. I bet I'm down like 8 pounds.
All right.
In a week.
So you're at 214 now?
214.
Going to write that down.
214 exactly.
So 1 week from today?
Yes.
How about when I get back from vacation? That'll give you through the following Tuesday.
Excellent.
214, Mino.
Yes.
All right.
I'm going to be 207 when you come back.
Okay.
Because that's my goal. Because that'll be 40 pounds that I lost in 4 years.
Nice.
Yes. So that's what I'm going with. All right.
I was looking at some old pictures of all of us from Oktoberfest that first year.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. We were eating good.
Yeah, we were.
we were eating anything put in front of us.
Some of us more than others.
Yeah, I know. All right. Was that the Lederhosen day?
That was Lederhosen day.
Yeah, I'm okay if I never see that ever again. Ever again. What else we got coming up this week, Todd?
Oh, well, let me see. Coming up tomorrow morning on the show. Going to have John Kramer in, headlines with the Press Times. He's bringing Ryan Hobson in from the Green Bay Blizzard to talk about their military appreciation game.
Yep.
Also, Cy Maldonado, the fighter, is coming in tomorrow morning to talk a little bit about what he's been through.
Kid, huh,
well,
man?
he's doing well now.
Good.
He's recovering and stuff
Great.
like that. And then don't forget, Thursday morning, we're going to be live from our WISS studios in Oshkosh.
And then afterwards, I'm really hoping I'm going to do that interview with one of the I'm bringing in a Vietnam vet that day. Wait till you hear his story. It's unbelievable. He was a Marine in Vietnam, went through an unbelievably deadly night. But then also I'm going to be interviewing him afterwards for my book. But then I really hope to stop in the town of Dale to one of our favorite little breweries.
Yeah. Old Station 31 Spirits.
Yes.
Yeah. Distillery. Yep.
Yes. So hope Tavia is there. But it's going to be a good time. And this is like such a great time of year around here. You know, because people ask me, hey, could I get on the show and talk about whatever? It's like, if you want to get on, contact us early.
Yep.
Because like when we first started or whatever, it's like, okay, hey, can we even fill this week? I mean, we're like 2 to 3 weeks out in some things
Pretty much,
right now.
yeah. But let us know if you want to get on the show. We'd love to hear from you. You can go to our website and contact us there, and we'll get you on with Jim and John.
Sounds great. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks, Todd. And we're going to have a good time tomorrow morning. I'll let you know. Want me to call you in while I'm laying there naked?
Would you please?
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
All right. Need some pictures or anything?
No, you can skip those.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Thanks, everybody. See ya.
The national news cycle never stops, but it can be hard to find news about your local community. Civic Media is dedicated to providing quality local and state news coverage across Wisconsin. With the Civic Media app, you can get notifications about local stories that matter to you and your community. Find the free Civic Media app in your phone's app store and choose notifications from the menu to tell us what kind of news you want to hear about.